Hey guys, welcome to my channel. When you're a mechanical engineering freshman, you get to do many cool projects, such as building an oscillating air engine or learning Python to code a robot to make its way through a maze. But sometimes it is more fun to create engineering projects that you can use on a daily basis, such as having an in-room gym bar so you don't have to walk to the gym. As anybody who has had an apartment or especially a college dorm room before, they know that people don't really appreciate it when you drill into the walls and cabinets. So I had to design this to be 100% self-standing without being drilled into anything. So I designed that to counter all force going this way by resting against the wall, all force coming back away from the wall, up into the roof, just by pressing into it, and then of course the force side to side against the cabinet, and then against the bar into the far cabinet. Now, to keep these up and tight against the roof, I made use of the carpet flooring. So each side, it is pressed into the floor, so the carpet provides lots of spring force, and these things barely move. Of course, I think the hardest part of this project was definitely finding the attachment point between the bar and the frame. The reason for this being is that I knew that the bar was going to be lower than the door. So every single time I want to work out, I have to take down the bar. And that would be a chore if it took a long time. So I decided to use door hinges. Now you can see the condition these door hinges were in. Somebody had definitely not taken care of these. So about 2 hours of WD-40 did the trick, and it slides smoothly. Now, of course, as with many things in life, you can see with the sticker, it is way easier to ask for forgiveness than permission. No, my RA did not know about this plan, but he was so stricken by how cool it was that he had no problem with me doing it. One of the main problems that I hadn't considered when I first built this was what happens when you have a roommate and they don't know that you have the bar in place when you're doing chin-ups. That is what my electrical system here does. When you zoom in, you can see I threw this together with some pie pan, some paper clips, and a little ballpoint spring. Now, it's a double gravity lever, meaning that the weight pulls up the lever here, and then once the pin is depressed, the weight here pulls down the lever and makes contact. We can follow the wires around to two AA batteries in series. And now I had to solder together thin pieces of wire because I did not have longer pieces of wire. Comes down the wall. As you can see, my 220 ohm resistor. And all the way out the door to the little light that when the pin is in, alerts my roommate that I'm doing chin-ups. Now, of course, this is another little sticker that greatly adds to the character. And one little story about this light is we used to have it sticking straight out into the hall, but it was too easy to accidentally brush against when we were moving, so I taped it flat, and we have not had a problem with that since. For the bar itself, I quickly found out that doing chin-ups holding a rectangular 2x4 is not the most comfortable thing in the world. To try to remedy this solution, at first, I whittled the top corner of both sides to get a more rounded bar-like shape. However, that was still too uncomfortable, so I paid a trip to the local Habitat for Humanity and found a metal bar which was the perfect width for chin-ups. I then took a trip to Ace Hardware, got 2 long bolts, and to help get it to be the perfect height, I took some scrap acrylic and made myself some cool looking washers to space it the right distance. I also threw a little bit of duct tape on the 2 ends to help not scrape my thumbs. The last issue we had with the chin-up bar setup was the poor door hitting against this metal hinge, which was quickly remedied with the original doorstop, which we had to remove to place the bar here, simply at the top corner of the door. Thank you guys for checking out my YouTube channel and seeing this chin-up bar, which has greatly helped me work out while I learn to be a mechanical engineer.